everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a follow-up video on my previous video covering the Just a Robot drama. This video is going to go over some newer information around said situation, being Jar's newest response video. But before we get into that, I'd just like to ask that if you do enjoy today's upload, to both like and subscribe. Thank you. Anyway, Just a Robot has released a new response video. This response goes over the whole situation and his attempt at debunking a large amount of the rumors around him. But as it turns out, all this response has done is dig up months old drama and put it back into the spotlight, which I'm kind of thankful for because I was working on a Just a Robot video a week prior to his new response video, which means instead of me uploading a video on a dead topic, it's a current relevant drama. So thank you very much, Jar, for essentially boosting my video in the algorithm more than it would have beforehand. Anyway, this new video of his is plain bad, and the reason is because it doesn't need to be made. He could have just stuck to making movie review videos and left this whole drama sphere behind him, but he attempts to defend himself on things people already know and also defend himself on things that he can't really defend himself on, like whether or not he had a boner during the cine call. Sure, he proves he wasn't sexting with her, but that wasn't even the consensus. The whole thing about this situation was that people just made jokes out of him, and it was never really a serious thing when they joked about Jar trying to rizz up a pedophile. Anyway, let's just hop right into his response so you can see for yourself.
Hello everyone, it's me Luke. No, not Jar, Luke. There's gonna be no voice filter, no gameplay, no fancy editing, no nothing like that. Just me trying to explain myself to the best of my abilities. My last response was far from good to say the least. If it wasn't, then so many people wouldn't be clowning on it. I'm primarily gonna focus on the stuff around Cine. There's so many allegations against me that if I go over them all at the same time, this video will just end up being a giant mess.
And no, he does not stay on track here. It was kind of pointless saying as much, considering there was a few other things that he needed to clear up in this video, despite the fact it never needed to be made. Anyway, he goes on to talk about the second draft of his video and how it was fully edited.
Now I know that some of you are going to call me a liar, because the second draft of my Cine video was already fully edited. However, the first draft of my Cine video, which was more negative towards her, was also fully edited as well. I'll link it down below if you wish to check it out.
Now, I did go over this in my last video, but essentially he would make a fully edited video, send it out for people to review, then scrap it for the most part and make a new draft and fully edit it again, which is really retarded. I mean, it's kind of just wasting your time. It's a really stupid way of doing things.
Yes, I made this first draft on Cine before I reached out to her. I was talking about grooming allegations, so I wanted to gain as much info as I possibly could. Honestly, I didn't expect Cine to add me back, but she did.
So for the second draft of his video, he was more biased towards Cine since he had just gotten off the interview with her. His plan was to then reach out to her roommate, which if you recall, made that video with the funny title, "My Roommate Groomed a 14-year-old Help." I don't know if it's just my retarded sense of humor, but the way this person was literally in the room next to them, recording an exposed video on them, under a fucking bedsheet, recording this, it's just really funny to me.
I told Cine I would be making another version of the video in favor of her before I reached out to Jack and Enno. But, yeah, I'm gonna be changing my video a lot, and I'm also gonna have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're
Oh! Have fun with that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the video ready because knowing Jack, they're probably gonna panic and try to control the narrative, like...
Of course, and that's gonna be hilarious, but...
Yes, this was indeed very stupid on my part. I thought because I made a video bashing her before I reached out to her, that I should do the same but in reverse.
That's retarded. Again, why not just get the whole story while taking notes along the way, then put it all together and bam, there's your fully put together script with all the facts, and you can decide what direction you'll take the final video in with the story fully in front of you. I know, right? I'm a genius, except that is literally how every other person on this damn site makes their videos on these kind of situations. It's not complex, it's very simple. For some fucking reason, he decides to make it stupidly complex when it really doesn't need to be. He then goes on to explain why he hadn't read the whole Cine document during his second draft. His reasoning was he had very bad dyslexia and he was going to go over it with his roommate, but he was busy at the time, so he skimmed over the document, recorded a voiceover that claimed that he had read over the whole thing, which he was going to do before it was uploaded, and if he found anything, he would change the video. I feel like a retard translator here because he explains this like shit. Jar then spends the next 5 minutes explaining a very simple point, which I will summarize here. He does not think that Cindy is a pedophile in the traditional sense, and should not be compared to other YouTube pedophiles that groom children in an attempt to get with them. But at the same time, what she did was incredibly inappropriate, and she should not be let off the hook. This video could have been a lot shorter if he had quite simply just gotten his words across better. Oh, and one more thing. Jar doesn't edit his own videos, so the wasted time isn't on his hands, but the third worlder he pays to edit for him. And the reason is because in the third world, I don't know if you know this, but they are poor, and $1 is worth about 20 where this person is from. Now, I actually have to defend Just a Robot on this point because getting cheap labor is actually incredibly based, and you should take advantage of the poor.
I do not believe Kumo has any interest in protecting me or the truth. He was trying to convince Cindy that my end goal was to rape her.
Like, I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you in the...
So, Kumo. I've already gone over Kumo in my last video, but essentially, Kumo had a thing for Cindy, and at the time, his whole thing was gunt guarding for Cindy, because more than just a robot, Kumo wanted some of that pedo puss, and I guess he saw Jar as someone who might get in his way of his end goal, a tale of a man defending his lover from the greatest evil yet, advanced weaponized autism.
In my humble opinion, it's far more likely that Kumo did what he did to keep me from reaching out to Jack and Enno to get their sides of the story. Or maybe he looked at this draft of the video and thought, wow, this is terrible, I better upload it in case Jar changes his mind about doing so himself. I'm pretty sure that if I didn't upload what I had, Kumo would have told people that I didn't upload it because I saw the backlash underneath his video. And if I claimed that this was just an early draft of the video, people would have said that I was lying. You can even hear in the last voice message I sent to Cindy that my confidence was pretty much all gone, and that I was getting cold feet about this entire situation.
Listen, Cindy, I can't promise this will fix everything for you, or even anything for you. I don't want you to feel like you have a false sense of hope. I'll do what I can, but that's it. I helped Peaches out, but the allegations on you are much more rough. But I'm going to do what I can to help, because I know this shit is and will leak into your real life.
This is part of the reason as to why I freaked out so much in the DMs with Cindy and Goblin Girl after I saw that Kumo uploaded the video himself. My thought process wasn't, oh no, Kumo uploaded the video before I did. I wanted to do that first. My thought process was, oh no, everybody is going to believe that this is my final draft of the video. Now if you don't believe me that I wouldn't have uploaded this video if Kumo didn't do what he did, why is it that the first time I ever receive massive backlash is the same time a draft of my video is leaked? If you think it's just a coincidence, then stars aligned. That's quite a coincidence. I can already hear what the live streamers reacting to this video are saying.
I can actually see how he might come to this conclusion and upload it in a panic. Again, the criticism at its core is not about this specific video, but how Jar goes about creating his videos and researching for his videos in the first place. For his third draft, he was planning on reaching out to Cindy's roommate, but she never responded to him. So my question would be, without the interview with Jack and without reading the full Google document, wouldn't the third draft of the video still be more defensive of Cindy? Now, this is a situation that never took place, but my guess is that the third draft of the video wouldn't be very different from the second. Now, the main problem with this is that Jar has a large platform and his incompetence may have derailed the entire story. It just so happens that Jar's incompetence also involves shit like sleep calls.
So I don't think I was hitting on her, she doesn't think I was hitting on her, and neither does my girlfriend. All three of the people who matter most on whether this was rizzing or not seem to be in agreement with one another. People have told me that they're willing to look past the chicken joke or the pussycat joke, but they have a hard time believing that the sleepy time calls were not romantic in nature. The thing is though, this only happened once or twice, and they only lasted a couple of minutes. She herself confirmed that we did not goon, and that we mostly talked about Star Wars.
Did you guys goon together at all?
No, what the fuck?
He didn't make it like in your phone calls with him. You guys didn't do anything freaky.
No, he mostly just talked about fucking like Star Wars and shit. And I mostly just talked about my cat. Like,
I do not hit on women by telling them about Star Wars lore. Even I have more riz than that.
Again, the main thing with the sleepy call is that such a thing never should have taken place with someone that you're interviewing for a pedophile accusation. And again, this leads me to believe that Jar's attempt at getting closer to this person, talking about stuff other than the situation at hand, would have made his first draft of the video more biased towards Cindy since he's now befriended her. The next section is Jar going on to call up 3 separate people to confirm that he does this with everyone.
But here's 3 people aside from my girlfriend that I have also done sleepy time calls with.
Have I ever fell asleep on the phone while talking to you?
Yes.
Out of all the time you've known me, the several months, have I ever made it a pass or an advance or anything like that towards you?
No.
Have I ever done a quote-unquote sleepy time call with you where I fall asleep while chatting with you?
Yes, you have. I wanted to confirm if that was true or not. I think it's pretty obvious you do that. It's weird, but I can understand. I think I suggested ASMR for you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, Via Kui, I want to ask you something. You're a male, right?
Yes.
Do you think I have any romantic interest or attraction to you?
No.
Okay, have I fallen asleep on calls with you?
Yeah.
Definitely more than once.
Yeah.
And you never thought it was a romantic or sexual thing?
No.
And it usually just lasts a couple of minutes. We talk about random shit as I'm laying in bed, and then I say, all right, man, I think I'm going to pass out now. And then you say bye, I stop the call, and then maybe I'll hit you up again, but usually I fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are you positive I'm not just, like, leading you on with these responses?
Yes.
Now, the first one's a chick, the second one sounds like he has a gun to his head, and the third one sounds gay as fuck. So you want me to believe that you did not do this for any sort of sexual reason, which myself personally I do not believe was the case. I just think he's retarded. But you want people to believe that you did not do this for a sexual reason. These are probably the 3 worst people to pick. His reasoning for doing this is simply because he's in a dark place, which we've heard before. Now, the next section was him interviewing only what I can guess is his girlfriend's friend to confirm that he wasn't the type to cheat on people, since people were joking about him cheating on his girlfriend with Cindy. Again, this is not a serious accusation, just something his retarded brain could not decipher. After that, he then interviews some random person he had beef with more than 10 years ago to confirm that he isn't the vengeful type, which kind of works, I guess, but it's not exactly a big point, so it's kind of just, I don't really care. This whole video could have been a lot shorter if he had simply gotten his words across more carefully and not spent a stupid amount of time interviewing his own friends, which is not exactly a good source of information considering their bias towards him. Better yet, if he had just not made the video, this whole drama would have stayed dead, but because he had to address it again, he made this, and everyone's talking about it again and shitting on him again, and I'm making videos on him, bringing up the entire old drama. Anyway, that's my conclusion, and yeah, I don't really know how to end videos now. I've kind of forgotten. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.